Well, we gotta come. I know it's about a month late, but this is the best way to do like a reaction for any of us that are like fans of the Avenger movie. So the Avenger, the Infinity War, and I don't know, I guess I could say I thought it was done really well. A lot of action, a lot of different connections and relationships between the good and evil, and sometimes you couldn't tell who was on what side. And what I mean by that is there was some pieces where they would deal with wait a minute, what is that, my favorite villain guy's name, y'all? Now he was in it, right?
No.
Who was the scaly guy with the like his arm, like he had small arms or something? Well, anyway. So this is about the movie Avenger. We just got finished watching it. And I always feel like movies have something to do with life in some shape, form, or fashion. So in this one, the guy is making an attempt, the evil guy, to collect like 6 gems or diamonds or some kind of what do you call them, like pearls or something? Infinity stones that change their different colors. And he like plucks them inside of his knuckle, like this knuckle type of band or bracelet, garment. Gauntlet. Gauntlet, that's what I said the first time. It's a gauntlet type of a thing that goes on his hands. And this guy, what was his name? Binos? Thanos. He was literally it was Thanos. Thanos, that's right. And he literally was destroying everybody. Now let me say this for me personally. I was disappointed because I thought the Incredible Hulk was going to come back. He got beat up the first time, and he got beat up pretty bad. And David Banner, right? David Banner is actually Bruce Banner. David Banner is that just the rapper guy? Or is that? But Bruce Banner. And all of these guys, I guess it's been about 5 or 10 years that passed by before they saw each other. So they was doing a couple of little jokes. But anyway, the Incredible Hulk, he came out and it was pretty sweet the way he jumped on the scene. They kind of waited for him and boom, he like made his appearance. And he was really doing the number on Thanos, like punching him and had him up against the wall, and it was dropping beads on him, and you know, and doing like the Ghetto Boys was doing their one song, dropping beads on them. Y'all don't know much about that. Some people do. But it was almost like what actually happened with the Ghetto Boys video, and they was almost punching the ground because they was wasting their time dealing with him. I mean, it was like, he was completely on another level. Just when I always think that they cannot come out with another criminal or evil person, they always surprise me. I thought Bane at one point was unstoppable. If Bane would have been in this movie, he would have walked right through him. I mean, it wouldn't have been no challenge. But he was the father of Zoe Saldana, right?
Yeah.
Zoe's dad.
Was she sad when she died?
I might have been asleep and missed it when she died. Was that when she got pushed off? No, when he threw off the cliff or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I did wake up in time to see that part. So, I would say that he killed his own daughter, but there were a lot of things going on. She made a super attempt to kill him, and he was very disappointed that she lied to him. And you probably would think, well, why does that matter? Well, a lot of things have to do with respect. And I think he felt very disrespected by his daughter's behavior, that she not only tried to, I think the killing part, he might have had a problem with, but that was nowhere near as bad as her lying to him, I think. And you probably say, wow, that seems weird. But he said, well, out of all of the things I taught you, to be a liar wasn't one of them. So I was kind of intrigued by that, like, wow, that was an impressive line. I was, as a dad myself, it's almost like saying, hey, all right, there's a crisis going on, and we got to get to A, B, and C, or B to some place, and I'm expecting, my daughter or either my son to tell me the truth in the situation. Because to lie to somebody really is saying I don't give a damn about you. That's really what that means. I don't give a shit about you at all. That's what lying to me means. Y'all might think something different. I just think that's what it means. And so as a powerful individual like he is, or like he was, he had a soft spot for his daughter. That was the only time we saw him really show any compassion, was when his daughter was in the equation. So being a dad, I can relate to that part a whole lot. I get it. But again, back to this Hulk thing. And Hulk never showed back up. I was telling my kids at the end, I'm like, okay, it's going to be Hulk that comes back in, but it ended up being Thor, who came back with his new hammer that he promised that he was going to come back with, that he's never been beat up twice. I think that was his thing. So he came back, and even though he didn't get beat up a second time, he wasn't able to save the world. Still with some troubles. But the Incredible Hulk is a punk. And I never thought I'd say that. Unless, Nick, do you have anything to say to cover for the Incredible Hulk? Is it something that I missed? Am I being illogical or irrational? Or do you just want to say that, well, he'll beat you up. He'll come out and, yeah, that's great. He'll come out and beat me up and throw me all over the place. But he can't do Thanos like that, so that's my thought. So what you got to say about the Hulk?
Well, I do agree that he's sort of a punk, and I'm very disappointed in that. But one thing I've realized now that you have to think about is Hulk is always called on to fight the fight, like a battle, something like that, like whenever there's danger. And he's sick of it, of always having to be the one to save the day, the one who has to fight the big monster, the one who has to get all beat up and cut up and punched and kicked around and stuff. And I think like the Thanos showed him that he's kind of sick of it. He's sick of not being like, before it was easier because he's the strongest one and stuff. But now that he's gotten beat up for the first time, just the first time, imagine if he gets it for the first time.
Here's one of my players, Jalen.
Kind of scary.
Jalen!
You think, why am I the one who always has to get beat up? Why am I the one who always has to fight? So that's it.
I don't know if y'all can hear what the great one said, but he said he thinks that the Hulk is sick and tired of saving people. Tired of being the one that they call on to come out and open up a can of whoop behind on somebody. And maybe he's sick of doing that. So he's tired of being that type of a man or that type of superhero. I can live with that. And I'm actually, now I take back what I said then. Hulk is not a punk, since my son so poetically pointed out another view, a way to see it. Let's listen to this Cardi B song for a second. So do you like this? Tell what Cardi B, I hope everybody get what they want. So in Infinity Wars, in the Avengers movie, he got what he wanted. He wanted them 6 little stones, the Infinity Rocks. He got them and now he controls the block and he owns the whole world, doing what he want to do. He never seemed to stop, even when the good come through. The Hawk decided to hide out and never fight. And that seemed like it brought me some delight. Now I'm glad that he didn't come out and save himself. But these people turning him in the road, everybody's death. And it seemed like his mission was to kill half the world. And he did that. It didn't matter whether it was boy or girl. Man, the dude really did good in the movie. Everybody else tried to sue me. Okay, but we talking about the cash flow. Paying a lot of money just to get what you asked for. One, they said, what did you pay? His daughter was small at the end of the day. She looked bad at him and said, what all did you get? He said, it cost me everything, and that's it. So he felt sad about that part, and he sat on the top of a mountain with his hand in his heart and said he felt good about the accomplishments he did. And now this was the only one controlling the world, man. So now the whole fate of everything was in his hands, and he was like the biggest man. The Avenger, Infinity Wars. Man, I like that movie, never seen it before. And I saw it with my kids, so I feel so happy. It's just me and my kids, and call me Pappy. Did I just kind of preview the whole movie in a rap? Did y'all hear that? You couldn't really hear it. You gotta listen to the tape, man. You gotta play the tape back. I kinda did the whole movie. Did they just have a hiccup on the radio? Not a threat, it's a warning. Gotta find out what somebody care about. Yeah, but the movie, man, that's all he wanted was them diamonds. Yeah.